This is how you easily beat Rising Tide on Impossible with the challenge on and get yourself the achievement Ambushing the Ambushers. Choose whichever ant you want, but I prefer rapid fire. First thing we want to do is we're going to create a whole chamber of workers. Remember to turn off fighting for your workers. What we're going to do is we're going to try and steal a bunch of the food from these wood ants. And then we're going to go south and try and steal it from the tiger beetle. I am going to start digging out the chambers for a few of the ants. This strategy is definitely a quantity over quality approach. Now that we've stolen everything from up north, we're going to go south. Just be aware that the tiger beetles sometimes roam up towards the food, so you got to keep a little bit of an eye on that. See what I mean? Once you've gathered everything outside, what we're going to do is we're going to go into the nest and start taking out the enemies. Remember to turn on fighting. That's a very crucial step. Kind of hard for your ants to clear out enemies if they're not fighting them. Now, our goal is to pump out as many spitters as we can, okay? I want to fill this entire chamber with spitters and get 7 melees before the hermit crabs attack. We're going to go into this chamber directly to the left of the queen, and we're also going to take out these ants. And hopefully, if we have time, we'll take out this too. This will give you a good chunk of food to work with and should give you all that you need to take on the invasion waves. Because, I mean, look at all that juicy food just sitting there ready to be plundered. The order of operations is this chamber right here, then this one, and again, see if you have time for this one. If the hermit crabs still haven't attacked, open it up. Night is just starting to fall on the beach, and by that I mean the tide has risen to the highest point. So we have just a little bit of time until the invasion, but not too much. However, we do have our full chamber of spitters. Yeah, we can pray we'll remain hidden, but we won't. We will be found. We are not Waldo. Alright, the first hermit crab invasion is happening right as we open up the last chamber of ants, which is a bit unfortunate. I'm going to pull everyone back to deal with that. The ants are far-ish away. We just have no choice really but to split our forces among the two. And I've only got 1 melee, so that is slightly less than ideal, but it'll be fine. Hermit crabs are down, so now we can focus on the ants. There we go, nest secure. Since I do not see any hermit crabs above ground, what we're going to do is we're going to open up the Devil's Coach Horse right to the south of our queen. Oh, speaking of hermit crabs, here they come. A little sad that it keeps on lining up so perfectly, but whatever. It'll be fine, maybe. We're going to let them gather some food real quick, and then we're going to have them challenge the hermit crabs. Go, go, go! Because we do need a little bit of food. Is this all going according to plan? Kind of. There we go. Hermit crabs have been taken care of. We're going to open up this chamber down here with 2 adult Devil's Coach Horse and 5 larvae. And we're going to get our last 2 melees, and then we're done with ant numbers. We're just going to stockpile food. And once again, the hermit crabs are here. Again, not quite going according to plan, but it's going enough to plan that it'll be fine, probably, I hope. We got 150 food. I think that'll be enough to survive, but I've been wrong before many times. Yeah, we'll be fine. See, 150 food was plenty. You were panicking for nothing. I totally wasn't panicked. I was totally calm. So what's on the agenda for our colony right now? More spitters. We're going to fill up another chamber of spitters, okay? Oh, and we're also going to transfer the workers into the nest chamber. You can tell the tide's about to recede because food starts spawning on the upper shelf. There we go. Tide's starting to lower. What we're going to do is we're going to yoink a little bit of this free food when there's no enemies. We're going to yoink this and maybe yoink this, and then we're going to have to start grinding away at that number of dealing with the tiger beetle larva. Ah, yes, the dead sardine. It is a great prize. It is also a red herring. Do not go for this. This is a distraction that you will not be able to harvest in time. The ants will come in too great of a number to be able to get it. Now, what I'm going to have my ants do is I'm going to actually have them ignore the tiger beetle larva down here. And you might be asking yourself, why are you doing that? You need to kill them anyway. Because I'm not interested in them. I want the food. And that'll just interrupt my ants from getting the food, even though they're not going to get it in the first place. Okay, well, we're not going to get every last bit. Turn on fighting, and now we're going to have to start hunting our real prey, which is the ones up top. There's 5 right here. There's 7 right here. Oh, and 4 tiger beetle on each side, the large ones. Now, this does require a bit of microwing, but you're kind of going to let one of your ants get stolen, and then you're just going to Uno reverse them and absolutely ruin their day by spitting on them. I mean, personally, if someone spat on me in my home, I'd be pretty upset too. Don't know if I'd die, but I'd want to. See what I mean? There we go. They've left their burrow to attack, and we're just going to use our sheer number of spitters to just deal so much DPS. Oh, and don't worry, we're going to take on the tiger beetles too. For whatever reason, the tiger beetle larvae are such a good source of food. I don't quite understand it, but it is a thing. We're going to finish up our last chamber of the spitters, as we have just taken care of 5 tiger beetle larvae. Now, the crazy thing is, for whatever reason, there is enough tiger beetle larvae on the top row to fulfill the objective. There's going to be 50 that'll spawn up here. There's not a lot today, but there'll be a lot tomorrow. Trust me on that one. We're taking out one of the tiger beetles. We're going to try and take down all 4 of them because it is a great chunk of food, although I just wish they weren't grouped up right now. Kind of want to take them on one at a time. 2 is like the maximum. Not sure why the spitters are climbing onto the creature, but whatever. There we go. See, tiger beetles have been taken care of. That's 65 times 4, which is 130, 260. I believe that's 260, which is a good chunk of food. Now we're going to do the same thing that we did in the north, but to the south. So now take a look at group 1. Look at the ant composition in group 1. We are going to do the exact same composition for group 2. We're going to have 2 separate groups because otherwise it'll be too slow to react to be able to actually take out the larva effectively. I don't like putting them in multiple groups, and I don't like them getting swarmed by multiple tiger beetles, but it is what it is. Oh, and we're starving. Great. If we just take out some of these creatures, it'll be fine. As long as they don't all come up in 5 seconds. Come on, challenge me. Just the one. One at a time. Nice and orderly, single file line, please. And thank you. There we go. Look at all this food we're just getting. I wouldn't say for free, but it's a nice amount of food. We're also going to turn off fighting so that way they can get that food because we're running low on numbers. We need this food in our nest. And now this is essentially what we do. We just react to whichever tiger beetle pops up, and then we just put a marker on them. Actually, we put both markers on them. It is actually a little unfortunate when multiple tiger beetles attack our ants because we don't quite have the DPS to take the multiple on. They'll still be alive, and guess what? That means we just lost more food for no return. Ideally, we want all the tiger beetle larvae that spawned today to be dead. We will be running on a very tight schedule, so we don't need it any tighter than it already is. There we go. See, all the tiger beetle larvae are now taken care of, so that means we're going to go below into our nest and keep taking out the creatures down there. That's a lot of creatures, but we have so many spitters, it doesn't really matter how many of them are. We just do so much damage, they melt in 5 seconds. I'm going to put group 1 right on the queen right now, and group 2 can gather what's left of this dead ant queen. Because right now we have the lovely guests that are wolf spiders. They suck. As much fun as the hermit crabs were, the spiders are worse. They do just about as much damage as us, are fast, and don't really follow the same pattern as most creatures. They're going to dart around left, right, and center, so you can't really hold them at the entrance like you can every other creature. You just have to protect the queen, and eventually their pathing will go into one of these two nests, and then you can take them out. See, there we go. We got 4 wolf spiders, which isn't a bad start, but it's, you know, still pretty bad. Once you've taken out the invasion, then we open up another chamber. Be aware, you will definitely want some food stores in reserve. So I would argue that you really want at least 200 food in reserve pretty much the entire time. Now I'm going to finish off my chamber of spitters, and then we're just going to store up food, okay? Every bit of food that we have down here is going to be stored for now. Keyword, for now. These spiders just will drain your food so incredibly fast that you really... It pays to have a good buffer. Here comes a bunch more. 1, 2, 3, 4 mediums. I said a bunch more. I was apparently a big fat liar. But we're going to open the second to last chamber as we deal with these spiders, because they actually aren't that bad of a deal right now. I missed one. Spiders taken care of. Let's open up this chamber and move fast, because I think the timing between the second and third invasion is a lot shorter than the first and second. In fact, once the majority of ants get here, I'm going to immediately put them back on the queen. Group 2 can finish off whatever's left. There we go. They grabbed every last morsel. Let's go. We're going to create the 7 melees for our group 2, and then we're going to store up everything else and get ready for a big fight, because there's going to be a lot of spiders that come in this wave. Yeah, look how many of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think the number's around 15. I don't know. I lost count. There's too many of them. There's too many of them, and they move too fast. We just need to chip away at the numbers slowly but surely. 3 spiders remain. Not a problem. We have survived the invasion. Now let's celebrate with a whole lot of spitters as we recover. See, the big problem with the wolf spiders is, look at our worker counts. We don't have many workers left alive. For whatever reason, they seem to prioritize workers. And no workers means, guess what? You have no army, because you don't have any eggs. So we're going to open up the last chamber inside of our nest, and that will be it. Tomorrow, the entire day will literally be spent taking on tiger beetle larvae. So we are currently at 12 larvae killed. By the way, I just realized this achievement is essentially Anakin Simulator, because these are larvae. They're essentially children. Are we the baddies? I kind of feel like we're the bad guys here. I mean, aside from holding the Youngling Slater 9000, we're not exactly good people here. Or good ants, I should say. And I don't mean relatives. So you can see here, I could have stolen a little bit of food. You know what? I'm going to try and steal a little bit. Why not? It's right there, right for the plucking. Never mind. There's a bunch of tiger beetle. I'm scared. And we gotta go. We literally have to get going right away. Look how many there already are. There's 2 right by the entrance. Gotcha. We'll get those later. Right now, I want to deal with these ones. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. And I saw you spawning into existence, tiger beetle larva. That was weird. Point is, there's a lot of tiger beetle. There'll be enough for the achievement just on this level alone, just on this day pretty much. Now I promise I will go through and count how many there are, so that way you actually know if there's 50 up top. When I did this, I killed like 1 or 2 down below when I was yoinking that free food. So you might have to take down some extras beforehand, but I don't think you do. We're going to finish our last chamber of spitters, and now we're going to kind of divide and conquer our ants. We're going to have one group take out one up here, while we have the second group taking out the ones further in. This is just a micro battle, and apparently food gathering was turned off on group 2. All right, group 1's fine. Now we're going to take out the ones right in front of our nest, towards the sea. These ones back here, I'm not going to micro because the reinforcements trudging in will get them to activate. And yeah, it's not food efficient, but it is time efficient. And time is something that we're a little short on. When I first did this achievement, I ran out of time and had to do this kind of during the night. So I was having to fight off hermit crabs and spiders. And that was not fun. I did not want to do that again. There we go. You've activated my trap card. A good idea is to move your pheromone markers right as you see the ant about to be in a predicament where they're going to get snatched. Because remember, they'll only attack if there's a lone ant. So like right that there, yep, see? I was able to predict its attack. So that way I was able to move my ants back faster so they were able to be in a position to help. We're almost done with the pocket up north. Yes, I understand the beetle larvae are eating well, but so are we. Because we're eating the eaters. Now we have a fair bit of food at this point. However, I'm not going to fully spend it. I'm going to keep an eye on the numbers for now. Oh, and we should probably help out with the adult tiger beetles right now with our other group. All right, the tide is starting to rise. Just a quick notice. The spider disappeared right now because the pop-up started. But down here, there is a giant spider. That is the giant bear spider that is for the achievement Giant Bear. I did not know it was down by the shore, okay? I thought it was somewhere like right around here-ish, because it just says to the south of your nest. I don't know where south is. I thought they were meaning literal south, not southeast. Apparently Slug Disco doesn't know cardinal directions. I'd hate to have them as my navigator in Sea of Thieves. Because I'm pretty sure having Slug Disco as the navigator is like having me as the driver. It's not going to go well. We're going to end up on a rock somewhere. By the way, that is not a lie. I am so bad at driving the boat. Steering the boat? I don't know. Either way, never let me captain a ship. If you ever hear me saying I'm getting a boat, panic. All right, yeah, we're running out of time. See, the tide is rising pretty fast, but we're almost done. We just have a few tiger beetle larvae to take care of if they'll be responsible and come out of their nest to die in an orderly and timely fashion. The southern bits are clear. We just have now this one. Go, perfect. Oh, that is such a beautiful grab. They've all come out of their nests. Take them down. Again, sometimes they're a little picky. Oh, they're both out. Go, go. This is the opportunity. Go before the night comes. No. If you're a little bit better at microing than I am, you'll be fine and we'll be able to do it before night falls. Okay, we're good. Everyone below ground, go, go, go. We're going to add some extra melees to our ant counts, okay? We're going to bring it up to 12 in each group. Believe it or not, this is your final nest setup. 24 melees and 76 spitters and 19 workers. That is all you're building. Oh, and food stores. I have not upgraded a single tile, okay? Aside from food stores. You can see they're all level 1, every single one of them. You don't have to put them in these nice chambers, but I want to, okay? And it works. Plus, remember, spiders, they run between all the tiles that you place. So by having them spread out, hopefully means that you spread out their damage. Oh, and they are melting through my food. Maybe I shouldn't have built those melees. It's fine, probably, I hope. I really hope I don't have to redo this level, but I might have to. Which wouldn't be the first time, or probably the last time that'll happen. No, we're fine. There's just one left. We just need to take out this last spider so that way my ants can actually, you know, get the food so we can hatch our army before the hermit crabs attack. Wave 1 is spiders. Wave 2, a metric fuck ton of hermit crabs. And third wave is an even larger metric fuck ton of hermit crabs. I'm glad they give you a break between the spiders, so that way your workers can actually work. So yeah, I briefly mentioned it before when I was talking about the giant bear spider being down here, but this strategy works for giant bear and also the way is shut. The way is shut is just a bit of RNG, whether or not hermit crabs will get attracted to your ants on the first night and ruin your day, because it did ruin my day many times. They're trying to do that. It's just a little RNG. Once you make it past the first night, you'll win. Because after the first night, I literally just sat outside and was able to kill everything that came anywhere near my nest. But see what I mean by the amount of hermit crabs that they throw at you? There's just so many, and they're so tanky that you just can't really take them out. On the bright side, they give a ton of food, but they're so tanky that by the time you finish taking out the crabs, the spiders will start their attack. I am not joking when I say that. You will have to deal with the spiders right when they come in. Oh, and we're also out of food. There is also that. Yep, here comes that. We're going to turn off wave group 2's fighting so that way they can get the food, because we need a lot. There's just so many babies that we can't keep up, really. All right, that's enough food. Fight! Do what you can, work soldiers. There's just so many. Oh, by the way, the fun fact, these spiderlings are considered the baby of the spider, right? This is the giant, this is the sand bear spider or something like that. These are from a different species. These are the old skin of the wolf spider that was in this level. So someone's got some explaining to do, and I'm out of food. We were so close. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, I ran out of food. Well, I can confirm that the same amount of tiger beetle larvae spawned on the first day that did last time. Yeah, we're definitely a lot better off food-wise this time than we were last time. Oh, and this time I'm going to remember to yoink the food. You can also tell that we have a lot more food because we are starting the last day with roughly the same amount of ants that we were finishing the day with. Oh, by the way, before I forget, this is the giant bear spider. See, they're just chilling under the shell. And they have the venom pool that the hungry spider has. Okay, we have the exact same army that we finished the night off last time, except this time we have 1,000 food in stockpile instead of like not even 500. So sometimes you get a little faster, sometimes you're a little slower. Just pray you're a little faster. Like, the fact that we're overflowing on food is a clear sign we're doing just fine. You're a bad mother for bringing children into a war zone. I mean, granted, these aren't really her children, so I guess she's fine. See, it was a piece of cake. If we actually had food, we would have been fine. And that is how you beat Rising Tide on Impossible with the challenge on and get yourself the achievement, Ambush the Ambushers. Like and subscribe for more Empires of the Undergrowth.